Hi, my name is James Dallas. I'm running for Tennessee State Senate and Senate District 28. The reason I'm running is because I believe that everyone deserves government that works for them, and that includes our children. Recently, public schools have been under attack in the state of Tennessee, and there's going to be three subjects that need to be paid attention to by everyone who cares about the quality of education in this state. The first issue is the extension of the third grade retention law to fourth graders. If you were a parent of a third grader last year, there's a good chance that you had to deal with this law. While I definitely agree that we shouldn't be pushing kids ahead in school until they're ready, we need to have assessments that work and a system that is evaluating them fairly based on the totality of what they're learning and not just one test. And the idea that we're now going to extend this to fourth graders is nuts until we get the basic issues figured out. The second major issue that you may have heard about is whether or not Tennessee is going to continue to accept federal education funds, somewhere between about $1.1 and $1.8 billion. The issue has been raised that these grants have strings attached to them, and they do, but they're strings that are for things we ought to be doing anyways. We're going to end up spending the money anyways because of our state education policy. No other state has ever rejected them. So it's crazy. Hopefully this will die early in the next session of the General Assembly. The third issue, and the one that most concerns me, is the issue of school vouchers. Governor Lee is pushing this idea to have universal vouchers in 2 years. The money that's being proposed is not enough. The proposal is for about $7,000 per child. And if you look around, the tuition and fees for schools like Columbia Academy and Zion is going to run you somewhere in the order of $10,000 to $11,000. And that's before prices go up, which they likely will when vouchers come out. More money is chasing the same number of seats in private schools that the price of those seats tends to go up. Families that already send their kids to private schools are going to get government money that they don't need. But it's an ideological project, and they're going to push it regardless of the fact that there's overwhelming evidence that this is not going to work to improve educational outcomes. I understand that there's arguments for competition and for choice, and I think we can do that in the public school system. So what I believe in is an education system that is based on reproducible results. If we want to look at what works well in private schools and bring that into public schools, things like smaller class sizes, things like having more active and engaged parents, I'd love to see that. But what I don't want is out-of-state lobbyists coming into Tennessee and trying to sell us magic beans that are going to be paid for with the money that's currently going to our public schools. Pay attention, because education is critical to our economy, it's critical to our democracy, and it's frankly under attack right now from the leadership of this state.